Good evening, Kansas City. This is DJE coming live here at downtown Kansas City at 9:30 on Sunday night, July 17, 2016. I'm coming to you on a video that I haven't made for quite a while. This is a YouTube entry that I'm going to post on all the social medias. That way I can get back to some of the things that are very important to me that I've been neglecting for a while. Some of the things that I want to talk about is sobriety, recovery, depression, anxiety, how to get day to day, and just focusing on yourself right now. You know, some of the things that I have learned in this short 4 years of recovery is that, you know, I have to practice the principles and I have to work a program. I have to have responsibility. I have to have a routine. Finding things every day to look forward to, figuring out a certain kind of enjoyment that I like to do, hobbies, things that I enjoy, believing in something above, and, you know, basically just believing in myself. It all starts with you, and it all starts on how you want to change your life. Some people out there are currently working on weight. Some people are currently working on getting more weight. Some people are just trying to get through each day without falling down and allowing something that might be just totally going wrong in your life to destroy your whole world. That was my problem. 4.5 years ago, I attempted to get sober and I went to rehab. In 2011, I fell apart on New Year's Eve and I had a seizure from alcohol, and I had been drinking for quite some time. My alcohol became a part of my life. It became a chemical dependency of my life. Not only was it a social choice for many years, but it became the way I lived. It was my medicine. It was my medication to live my life. Alcohol became everything. It became my fun experience. It became my sad emotional drink. It became my relationship advice. It became my friendship advice. It became the best way for me to get over any problem I ever had, was to drink vodka or drink beer or alcohol, wine, have a bottle every night. Sometimes, you know, I would try to limit myself and I would just try to drink wine and I would back off, and before I know it, I'd have like a whole bottle of wine gone and then I still didn't feel anything. And so then I find myself getting in my car and driving behind the wheel and going to buy another bottle of wine, thinking that I'm using wine as a backup plan to get through the night without having to resort to maybe a Xanax or maybe smoking a joint on top of drinking, and you know, abusing myself even more than I already had, because in my mind I had to believe that alcohol was my way of getting through my problems. It was the way of rebounding from my relationships and rebounding from my problems, and able to get through everything. I had to basically learn the hard way, and that hard way was losing friends, losing people that are important in my life, losing relationships, losing important things that mean a lot to me now that I didn't realize meant a lot to me back then. Not being able to pay your bills, taking responsibility of your own self, you know, becoming that man that I've always wanted to be, and putting that whole idea on hold, placing it onto a shelf, and basically coming back to it years later, which is now. I have learned a new style of life. I have begun learning each day as day comes, and, you know, recovery is not easy. It's not for everybody. Sometimes it is very challenging. Anxiety and depression get in the way. It really stumbles you sometimes. You feel like you just got everything together, and then it can just push you over the edge, and then you just want to resort to the quickest thing and the safest thing that you feel comfortable with, and that might be drinking or smoking or using other narcotics or other possible opiate pills to get through your evening or your day even. And that's where it got me. And that's, like I was saying, it got so bad for me, it was more than just a bottle. It was becoming a way of life. Mornings, afternoons, evenings, day and night. One day led into 2 days, 2 days led into 3 days, and so on and so forth. So basically what I'm trying to do is not tell you how bad I had it, is I'm trying to tell you right now, and what I'm coming to you tonight is I want to tell you how good it is now. There are a lot of great and wonderful things that this life has to offer. And in today's day and age, we have so much going on in the world. There's this whole battle of the world and all the problems that are holding, and all the drama and the fighting and some of the race wars and all this other stuff. And just for me, I just want to make it very clear that I believe in what God has created for this earth, and that is every person has 2 ears, a nose, 5 fingers on left, 5 fingers on right, 5 toes on one, 5 toes on the other. And even if they don't, everybody still was given in God's eyes a chance to live. And I believe that every person is created equal. And so what I'm trying to say is that, I learned a lot during this process of learning to be a man, and learning to not drink alcohol, not smoke marijuana, to not take opiate pills, to learn how to live my life in a sober world. And I know that I've talked about this a lot in years past, but I really want you to know that there are ways to live your life and do this the way that some people do live healthy every day. And I'm not saying that you're going to be perfect. I'm not saying that you might fall apart. I'm not saying that you might jump off and you want to jump back on. That's okay. It's on your pace and how you feel you want to do this. If it's just, a little bit here and a little bit there of trying something new, maybe that's what you need to do, because there are ways out there to help live better, and there are ways to live a better life. I work every day, Monday through Friday. I'm very blessed to have this job. I work with special needs children, Down syndrome children, cerebral palsy, autism, different types of rare diseases. And some of these children are very unique. They teach me a lesson every day that I'm around them. Some of the parents that I work with, they're such genuine people that you would never, ever want, you don't never want, I'm a little nervous, that you want to know, that you want to get to know, because honestly, the struggles that some of these children go through every day are given the chance to learn and develop in a school like where I work at Children's TLC, and to see them, go from one point to the next, kind of reminds me of my road of when I was, in my late 20s, and I'm 37 now. And honestly, I was struggling, and I couldn't figure out how to fit in this world. I mean, my career was taken off. Out of college, I went right into an organization called Operation Breakthrough at St. Vincent's at 31st and Troost. I worked for 2 wonderful ladies called Sister Berta and Sister Carita. I had a great, awesome career there of 10 years, working in early education, kindergarten, first grade, and also taught music development, and also worked with music of special needs. I enjoyed my path there, and at the very end I got to work a little bit in the marketing and developing area also. Unfortunately, my time at Operation Breakthrough ended, and I moved forward in my life. I decided to go into some sales, different types of customer service jobs that just didn't fit my well-being. I learned from my experience that I had to change some of my ways, or I'm never going to be happy. So I decided to, move forward in my recovery. As life went along with my recovery, I had to learn every single day how to live my life in relationships, how to live my life in everyday life with not drinking, with not smoking, with not using something. So I had to turn to help, and I had to grab that help, and I had to reach out, and I had to ask for help. And that asking for help for me was getting online, resourcing things, watching videos like this, asking friends, hey, do you know of this or do you know of that? Unfortunately, I was so sick when I entered that I had to go to rehab, that I had to have a medical help to guide my way towards today. And when I started in my medical rehab, I went into a detox center. I detoxed for 5 days until I was released, and then I was allowed to go to rehab, and then outpatient rehab. After outpatient rehab, I decided to relapse. Why did I relapse? I don't know, but I did. When I relapsed, I had to learn the hard roads of getting back into the groove again and getting right back up after I fell down. I got right back up, just like in the movie Rocky, when Rocky gets knocked out, and they're like, get up, Rock, get up. And everybody's like, Rocky, Rocky. Well, that's the way it felt for me. I had to get up off the ground. I had to get up. I didn't want this to take my life, because I felt like my life was too important. I felt like I had so much to give that I wanted to continue moving forward. So I had to get up and I had to get back out there. I had to go back to the meetings and I had to say, I drank, I used. I'm here to step up and say, I want to get sober. I need your help. Will you help me, please? So I had to find a sponsor. I had to find people that wanted to help me. And I had to continually go to meetings almost every day, sometimes twice a day. I had to constantly work towards getting to a lifestyle that I'm at now. It is a whole pizza pie. It's a whole village of things that creates a lifestyle that I'm in now. Is it a perfect lifestyle? By any means, it's not. Do you know that I have had 3 different car accidents in the last 4 years? That's all during sobriety. By the grace of God, I'm still alive. I've had, 5 speeding tickets in 4 years, all sober, and I've had 2 different relationships in 4 years. So, yes, I am single, and here I am again making one of these self-help videos again tonight. Where does this all bring me to? It brings me to that I am blessed to have what I have, to work towards a goal, to take it one day at a time, to keep my life dedicated to God, to keep my life dedicated to my life and to my family, and keeping Eddie straight, and keeping what's right. So basically a couple things. I'm just gonna read a couple things here. Some of the things that I had to learn was I had to learn how to keep my responsibilities. I had to learn how to keep my routine. I had to wake up every day, learn how to make your bed when sometimes you just didn't even want to look at it. Sometimes you don't even want to get out of the bed and you don't even want to get out of the covers. And trust me, I know how that feels even today on a Monday morning or even a Friday morning when you're tired from a long week. It's about going out and understanding and deciding on how you want to be happy. Something else that I use is I decide that I'm willing to work every day to be happy. I have to want to work. It's like when you work out, you want to lose weight. You want to get healthy. You have to get healthy up here before you can get healthy in here or anywhere else. So other things that must require for me is that I have to require the change. I have to allow the change to come into me. I have to think and behave like the change. I have to know that the change that I'm setting a bar towards, I have to keep going. And if I go under the bar that night or that day, I have to get back up and move past it. And I have to run and get back on the bus and run forward and don't stop. Because you know what? You don't want to look back behind your shoulder because you don't want to go back to that world that you used to be in. Sometimes we have to let people go. We have to change some of the places, the situations, and the playgrounds that we go towards in life. Sometimes in a 12-step program, you're going to hear change your playmates, change your playgrounds. It's a very, very honest 12-step ritual that sometimes is very well known. People say that a lot inside of the rooms, and it's a true statement. Changing your playgrounds. Changing your playgrounds could be anything from sitting in your own house or your apartment and staring at the walls and thinking about wanting a drink. Well, go outside, go get in your car, go for a drive, go for a jog, get on the phone, call somebody, make a YouTube video, do something that's gonna make you not think about what you used to do to get through those emotions. Changing the people in your life. Sometimes there's certain people in your life that are just toxic. There's certain types of relationships that aren't healthy for us, and we have to get away from those. And let me tell you, I'm not a perfect person by any means. I have a lot of things to work on. But I'll be honest, I will not let somebody take my joy. I will not let something or somebody take away what I have and what I've worked towards, because I believe that God has given each of us a life to live. And you know what? If we can't live that, then those people that are creating that down and that negativity, they need to go. They need to go. So something else is changing the situations of your life. Basically the things that you do. Some of the routines that you might have created that you feel that are unhealthy, sometimes those things need to be changed around. I may have to go and I might have to let go of these things if I really truly want that peace, that calm, and that contentment, because I want to live a peaceful lifestyle. I want to have fun. I want to be spontaneous to an extent, but I also want to be able to live in a life where I can be free of the risk of going backwards. I want to know that I can wake up and take control of me. And last, my happiness. Your happiness has to come from you. The happiness has to come from in here. From in here. Sorry, the heart. You have to want to be happy. You have to want to love. Try to give something to somebody. Do something for somebody. Pay it forward. Even if it's the simplest thing as you're waiting in line and somebody's in front of you and they're short a couple bucks, and reach it out and give them a $5 bill and say, here, I got this. If it's something like you're waiting in line at a restaurant, or maybe a fast food restaurant, or I don't know, anything, a coffee shop, Starbucks, and you notice that somebody's digging in their purse or their pocket and they just can't find their money or their wallet at the time, and just go ahead and say, here's my card, run this please. I got this. You know, $4 to me is not as much maybe. And for other people that might be like the lifesaver of their day. I was on the bus the last week. I had to take the bus out to get my car because I just had this recent car accident 2 months ago. And, you know, I learned a lot this last couple of months. You know, when you don't have your vehicle, you don't have your ride, you don't have your, you know, the things that you've worked hard to get, and then when it's taken away like that, your reality slaps in front of you. And I had to ride the bus a couple times. You know what? That's okay, because I believe in public transportation. But let me tell you what, some of the things that we see on the city bus, and some of the things that we see in our own city, it's hard. It's hard not to want to help and to reach out and to do God's grace and to pay it forward and try to help others and do things for others. I honestly learn something every day. And you know what? If I don't learn something every day, then I'm not doing my job. God has given us a chance to live our lives. God has given me this chance to live 4 years and a month removed from alcohol. God has given me this chance to build a relationship with my family, with my friends, and the people that I love dearly in my life. And last, I'm just gonna say that you can't stop living your life. You've got to enjoy the things like going to Royals games, or going to Chiefs games, or maybe going to college events. Maybe it's going to a concert like last night. A lot of people went to Kenny Chesney or the Buzz Beach Ball. There was a lot of things going on in the city last night. I was performing live at the Co-op last night. And you know what? That's okay. It is a bar, and there are establishments like that. People are drinking everywhere in this world. You can't go anywhere. Even if you decide to live in a sober lifestyle, you're gonna walk out your front door, and not even in 10 minutes to an hour, you're gonna see somebody drinking. That's just the way it is. That's what the world we live in. I'll be honest though, when we were growing up, you know, and I know I'm the same way right now, I prefer Diet Coke, right? Some people like Diet Pepsi. They won't even look at a Diet Pepsi. Oh no, I won't. You got Diet Pepsi? I'm gonna move right on. Honestly, for me, it's the same thing with alcohol now. I see somebody drinking at a party or at a function or at a bar or at a club or at a concert, and they're passing it around, and I'll be at a ball game, and a beer guy will come over and he'll pass the beers down, and you got to pass them over to the next person. You know, I had a friend like reach over me and make sure I didn't have to grab the beer, and they had to move the beer this way and move it all the way around me like I'm some invalid and I can't touch the beer, or oh my God, I'm gonna drink it. Guys, relax. It's okay. It's okay. You learn in this lifestyle now, you learn that you don't want to touch the beer. You don't want to buy a bottle of vodka. You don't want to buy a bottle of wine. You don't want to, smoke the weed or take the random pill or whatever. You know, you learn how to get out of your head. You learn how to focus on what really matters. And for me, that is going to a certain amount of meetings a week. That is keeping in contact with God, which is some people's higher power. Might have other higher powers, that's fine. And for me, it's getting a hold of my sponsor, talking to him, getting a hold of family members, friends that you trust, that you know you can talk to, not holding the emotions in so much. And you know what? If you're the kind of person that doesn't know how to open up like this, then write them down. Get on there and write them out in a notebook. Go old school, man. Get off of Facebook, get off of social media, and write them out on a notebook. Make a diary. Remember when we used to have diaries in the old days? I know I used to write like little notes and stuff in college and high school. That's the kind of stuff that we are missing out on sometimes. Some people are missing out on just writing out their emotions and talking about their feelings, and they bottle them up, and then they use different things to get through that. And then when it's too late, it's too late. And before you know it, you don't have anything, and everything's gone, and people that you loved or loved you before, they're not there to love you anymore. And then you're wondering, oh my God, what happened? What did I do? How did I mess this up? It's because you didn't allow yourself to listen. You didn't allow yourself to ask for help. You've got to ask for help. That's just it. There's no shame in asking for help. There's no shame if you go so far and then you mess up and starting over again. Not every day is going to be a promised day of sobriety in my life. I am thankful for every single day that I have. But I can promise you this though, if you can get some time under your belt and you can get some days under your belt of going without a drink, it's gonna be a lot easier for you. You know what? It could be just maybe eating healthier, or maybe it's going to church again, or possibly living a better lifestyle with a lot less drama in your life. Trying different things to allow yourself and allow your heart to grow is what's made my life successful. Am I married? No. Do I have kids? No. So I'm not perfect. I'm 37 years old, still single, still looking for that perfect relationship, but there isn't a perfect relationship out there. I just have to know that God has a reason for everything, and that we're going to get to a place of happiness, and we have to continue to work towards that. So I hope I've helped you tonight. If you have any questions, please get a hold of me. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on even Snapchat. Or you can call my phone. You can text me. And trust me, anytime anybody reaches out to me, I don't talk about your business. Your business is not my business. But my business to talk to you guys is what I've chosen to do. That's what I've chosen to do. And there's a lot of people out there that you don't even know that are out there working every day in a sober world. And you know what? It's a great thing. And God forbid if I ever made a mistake, I hope to God I don't ever do that. I don't hope to God I ever drink, but if I ever did, I know that I have so much inside of me, so much knowledge of this program and so many things that I've learned that I would just want to get right back in as soon as possible. You have to keep going. We can't step backwards. Can't go backwards anymore. Because the life that was over there wasn't the life that I want to live right now. It's okay to breathe. It's okay to love yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. And it's okay to wash your face and start over. Guys, it's been a pleasure being able to open up to you. It's been a pleasure being able to talk to you. I love each and every one of you that have reached out to me. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to tell you, like how to thank you for some of the support through the last few years that I've gotten. And now I'm teaching, I'm working in an area that I love so much. I'm living here in the River Market still that I really do enjoy. The streetcar is up and running. If you haven't rode it, get down here and try it out. The city market is alive, man. Get down here on a Wednesday night or a Saturday day or a Sunday day and check it out. And you know what? Hey, if you're at the Quaff, come say hi to me. Come say hey on a Friday or Saturday night. Come up and shake my hand, say hi, introduce yourself. I love meeting new people, and if I haven't seen you for a long time, and if there's something in the past that I might have said because I might have been drinking or something, come up and talk to me. I'd love to apologize to you. If I have never apologized to everybody, I'm sorry right now. I'm sorry before I apologize to you because I want to make amends with everybody out there that I've ever hurt. If anybody I've ever, spoke ill of, or if I've ever said anything to hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. Most of my social media posts are usually positive. If they're not positive, they're about baseball or football, and about family, about my recovery, and about the fact that I just try to live my life as honest and true as I can be. So you know what? Join me in this fight to live life, to not die, to not let suicide and depression take your life. Let's fight this. Let's fight this fight. Let's join together. And let's join this movement of healthier worlds, of healthier minds. We can do this by reaching out and talking to each other. We can do this by being together, by helping each other, by paying it forward. God bless you, and thank you so much for coming to me tonight and listening to me. I cannot appreciate enough how many people have reached out to me and talked to me, because I know some of you watch these videos, and I know some of you read my posts, and I know that some of this stuff does help. If it doesn't, please pass it on to somebody else that will. Please pass this on. Please share this stuff. Please tell other people that, you know what, I know somebody that can give you some advice on where to go, on maybe how to get there, or where to even start. I might not have the answers for everybody, but I can at least possibly open up the doors to allow you to come in and let you know where to start and where to go. That's about all I can do right now. I can't reach out through this phone, and I can't grab you, and I can't shake you, or I can't tell your loved ones, hey, go get yourself taken care of. Go get yourself clean. What's wrong with you? Are you stupid or something? No, they're not stupid. They just don't know any better. And maybe if they do know better, then they just haven't given themselves a chance to do better. Sometimes it just allows you to back off from them and allow them to move forward also. I spoke way too much, as I always do. I appreciate everybody. Go Royals. We're playing Cleveland this week. I don't know if the Royals are going to do very well this year. Right now, we're on the hot seat, man. But you know what? I'm not going to lose faith. I love my Royals. I love my Chiefs. Go Chiefs! And let's do it, man. Kansas City. Let's make life wonderful here. Let's stop the negativity. Let's stop the fighting. Love each other. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're about. It doesn't matter what your religion is, or what you might believe, or if you want Trump or Hillary. Who cares? Live for each other. Allow people to have choices. Just because you might be a Cardinals fan doesn't mean I hate you. I may not like you. But I still believe that everybody should be treated equally. We all are one here, okay? God bless you. I love you. This is DJE recording live here on July 17th, 2016 on Sunday night. And it was hot today, man. Can you tell? Got some sun outside. Guys, have a great Monday. Go Royals. Good night.